On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Groundbreaking.
Producing fresh findings, using novel techniques.
Examples:
Groundbreaking concept. Groundbreaking settlement. He has produced a groundbreaking research in the subject.
Inscription.
A message or design that is written or engraved on a surface of something, such as stone or metal.
Examples:
Inscription on a plaque. Funerary inscriptions. The ancient coin had an inscription in Latin and a picture of the emperor on the other side.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Litigious.
Prone to engage in lawsuits or legal disputes, excessively inclined to go to court or resort to legal action.
Examples:
Litigious patent. Litigious society. The litigious nature of the industry meant that legal battles were common.
Cower.
To crouch or curl up in fear or apprehension, to shrink or recoil from something threatening, usually physically or mentally.
Examples:
Cower in fear. Cower under pressure. The actress cowered in humiliation as the audience booed her performance.
Step.
A vast, wide, and usually treeless plain, typically found in semi-arid or arid regions, characterized by fertile soil and grassy vegetation, often used for grazing livestock. An expansive and open grassland ecosystem found in Eurasia and North America.
Examples:
Steppe climate. Barren steppe. The nomadic tribes set up camp on the vast steppe.
Redefine.
To change the meaning or interpretation of something, to make people think about something in a new or different way.
Examples:
Redefine customer experience. Redefine our role. The video telephony application has redefined the way we work.
Schism.
A split or division between two groups or factions, typically caused by differences in opinion or belief.
Examples:
Schism within the community. Political schism. The church split into two factions during the schism in the 15th century.
Deride.
To ridicule or mock someone or something, often contemptuously or scornfully, to criticize or attack severely.
Examples:
Deride the loser. Deride his opinion. She knew he would deride her for her unconventional beliefs, but she shared them anyway.
Gestation.
The state of being pregnant, The period during which an embryo or fetus develops, usually about 280 days in humans.
Examples:
extrauterine gestation, gestation time. The gestation period for elephants is 22 months.
Forbid.
To order somebody not to do something, especially officially, to keep something from happening or arising.
Examples:
forbid smoking in public areas. Forbid the use of chemical weapons. God forbid you should regret your marriage.
Inject.
To put a liquid such as a drug or other substance into a person's or an animal's body using a needle and syringe equals small tube.
Examples:
inject under the skin. Inject a personal opinion into a debate. Let's try to inject a bit of enthusiasm into your performance.
Procure.
To obtain, acquire, or secure something, often by effort or skill.
Examples:
procure a rare antique. Procure services. I need to procure some supplies for the upcoming project.
Pedantic.
Overly concerned with formal rules, details, or precision, characterized by a narrow, ostentatious display of knowledge or learning.
Examples:
pedantic writer. Pedantic approach. His pedantic attention to detail made him an excellent proofreader.
Posit.
To suggest or accept something as fact or as a basis for argument or consideration.
Examples:
posit the existence of life after death. Posit the premise. We should posit several hypotheses to discuss the matter.
Manifestation.
A visible or tangible form of something, especially a particular sign of a disease or condition.
Examples:
manifestation of a deeper problem. Manifestation of psychological stress. The manifestation of his anxiety was evident in his shaking hands.
Empower.
To give someone the power or authority to do something.
Examples:
empower my life. Empower the secretary to do the same. The company empowered employees to buy low-price items without approval to achieve efficient purchasing.
Transcend.
To rise above or go beyond the limits of something.
Examples:
transcend boundaries. Transcend limits. The music transcended cultural barriers and reached audiences globally.
Conceive.
To have or develop an idea, a plan, etc. in mind, to become pregnant.
Examples:
conceive of an idea. Conceive a child. I can't conceive he'd want to harm us.
Spartan.
Of or relating to Sparta, equals a prominent city-state in Laconia, in ancient Greece, or its people, showing self-discipline and determination, especially in the face of hardship or adversity.
Examples:
Spartan training. A Spartan diet. The soldier lived a Spartan lifestyle, with few possessions and luxuries.
Spear.
A weapon with a long shaft and a sharp metal point used for battle, hunting, and fishing in the past.
Examples:
Hunting spear. Sharp-pointed spear. Ancient people made spears with wood entirely.
Notoriety.
The state of being widely known, especially for something negative or notorious, a negative reputation or fame.
Examples:
Violent notoriety. Achieve notoriety. The famous gangster's notoriety grew with each daring heist and narrow escape.
Triumvir.
One of three individuals who hold power or authority, typically in a political or ruling context, a member of a ruling body or committee composed of three people.
Examples:
Roman triumvir. Triumvir partnership. Historically, some regions experimented with triumvir governance to ensure a balance of power.
Renown.
Widespread recognition or fame for someone or something, the state of being highly respected or admired.
Examples:
Academic renown. Architectural renown. The singer has gained international renown for her powerful voice and emotional performances.
Broadway.
A famous street in New York City, specifically in the borough of Manhattan, renowned for its theaters and musical productions, the commercial theater district and the theater industry in general.
Examples:
Broadway show. Broadway theater. We watched an incredible Broadway musical last night.
Proscenium.
The part of a theater stage that is framed by an arch and is in front of the curtain.
Examples:
Proscenium arch. Proscenium stage. The proscenium opening was the part of the stage in front of the curtain.
Orchard.
A piece of land that is planted with fruit trees, such as apples, pears, or cherries.
Examples:
Local apple orchard. Orchard tree. The farmer owns an orchard where he grows apples, pears, and plums.
Backhoe.
A large mechanical digging machine with a shovel-like scoop on the front and a digging arm on the back, used for excavating and moving large amounts of soil and debris.
Examples:
Backhoe operator. Backhoe attachment. The construction crew used a backhoe to dig the foundation for the new building.
Pristine.
New and completely free from dirt or contamination.
Examples:
pristine beach. Maintain the pristine condition. It is terrific to camp in pristine nature.
Engender.
To make a feeling or situation exist, to cause or give rise to.
Examples:
engender a crisis. Engender the trust. The discussion about war helps engender a sense of shared humanity.
Dilapidated.
In a state of disrepair, decay, or disuse, often due to neglect or age, run down or shabby in appearance or condition.
Examples:
dilapidated house. Dilapidated building. The abandoned amusement park was now only a collection of dilapidated rides.
Nuance.
A subtle or slight degree of difference in appearance, meaning, sound, someone's feeling, etc.
Examples:
rich in nuance. Subtle cultural nuance. The painter has tried to express every nuance of the woman's expression in his work.
Multiform.
Having many forms or variations, able to take on different shapes or appearances.
Examples:
multiform approach. Multiform expressions. The artist displayed her multiform talent by excelling in painting, sculpture, and photography.
Traverse.
To cross or move through a land or water area.
Examples:
traverse the region. Traverse a vast extent of sea. Approximately 1,000 automobiles traverse the bridge every day.
Institutionalize.
To establish or make something a part of an institution, equals a place such as a university, hospital, etc.
Examples:
institutionalize a system. Institutionalize customary laws. The new policy aims to institutionalize the use of renewable energy sources.
Bastardize.
To alter, modify, or degrade something in a way that undermines or violates its original integrity or quality, to create a less authentic or less desirable version of something.
Examples:
bastardize a recipe. Bastardize culture. We do not want to bastardize the text's original meaning through poor translations.
Blush.
To become red in the face from embarrassment, shame, or modesty.
Examples:
blush bright red. Blush for my mistake. She blushed when the boy complimented her.
Smear.
To spread or apply a substance thinly and unevenly over a surface, to slander or accuse someone falsely. Noun, a mark or blot made by smudging, typically a dirty or greasy one.
Examples:
smear butter on bread. Smear of blood. The politician tried to smear his opponent's reputation with false accusations.
Auditorium.
A room or building used for concerts, plays, or other public performances.
Examples:
Open-air auditorium, auditorium annex. The auditorium seating was filled with people waiting for the concert to begin.
Disbelief.
The feeling of not being able to believe or accept that something is true or real.
Examples:
Disbelief in the authority. Ask in disbelief. His reaction was one of complete disbelief.
Parable.
A short allegorical story designed to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson.
Examples:
Parable story. Biblical parable. Jesus quoted parables to teach important lessons to his disciples.
Fruition.
The realization or fulfillment of a plan, goal, or desire, the achievement or completion of something desired or worked for, the state of being fully developed or accomplished.
Examples:
Finally come to fruition. Fruition of a plan. Many startups face challenges in bringing their innovative ideas to fruition.
Procession.
A group of people or vehicles moving in an orderly, ceremonial manner, often for a religious or official purpose.
Examples:
Procession of cars. Religious procession. The funeral procession slowly made its way to the cemetery.
Patron.
A person who gives financial or other support to a person, organization, or activity, a loyal or regular customer of a particular shop, restaurant, etc.
Examples:
The patron saint of a place. Political patron. They have been a patron of this restaurant for many years.
Dangle.
To hang or swing loosely, especially in a way that suggests instability or lack of support. To tempt or tantalize by holding out the prospect of something desirable but uncertain.
Examples:
Dangle a carrot. Dangle a pendant. The earring on her earlobe would dangle as she moved her head.
Actuality.
The state or quality of being real, existing, or true, the fact or condition of actually occurring or being the case, the present or current state of affairs.
Examples:
Actuality check. The actuality of the moment. In actuality, the situation was not as bad as it seemed.
Pivot.
A change in direction or focus, especially in a business or political strategy, a fixed point that supports something that turns or balances.
Examples:
Center pivot irrigation. Pivot point. The team needed to come up with a pivot strategy to turn things around.
Intermission.
A break or pause in performance, play, or event.
Examples:
Short intermission. Without intermission. During intermission, the audience could stretch their legs and grab a drink.
Rake.
A garden tool with a long handle and curved, pointed teeth used for gathering fallen leaves, grass clippings, and other debris from lawns and gardens. A dissolute or immoral person, often one who pursues pleasure and debauchery to excess.
Examples:
Bamboo rake. Rake's behavior. The golf course has special rakes for smoothing out the sand traps.
Frontal.
Relating to the front, situated at or directed towards the front. Frontal can also refer to a meteorological term for a weather system that is moving from west to east.
Examples:
Frontal assault. Frontal attack. He suffered a severe frontal collision in the car accident.
Whiskey.
A type of distilled alcoholic beverage made from fermented grains, typically barley, corn, rye, or wheat, aged in barrels and often consumed straight or with mixers.
Examples:
Bootleg whiskey. Whiskey barrel. I enjoy a glass of whiskey on the rocks after a long day.
Baffle.
To bewilder or perplex someone completely and to be unable to understand or explain something.
Examples:
Baffle his plan. Baffle outside noises. The paradox baffled most philosophers.
Catwalk.
A narrow walkway, typically elevated, used by models to showcase clothing or by workers for access to parts of a building or platform, often used in the context of fashion shows and runway presentations.
Examples:
Catwalk rehearsal. Fashion catwalk. The model strutted confidently down the catwalk, showcasing the designer's latest collection.
Tramp.
A long, heavy walk or hike, a person who travels on foot, particularly over long distances, a homeless or vagrant person, a heavy or clumsy step or the sound it makes. Verb, to walk heavily or noisily.
Examples:
Tramp comedian. Tramp all over the place. We went for a long tramp in the woods to enjoy the beautiful fall colors.
Mystification.
The act or process of making something difficult to understand or explain, often to deceive or manipulate.
Examples:
Mystification of the public. Mystification of the subject. The magician's tricks were a source of mystification for the audience.
Rehearsal.
A practice session, usually for a performance or presentation, during which people prepare and fine-tune their performance, often with the help of feedback from others, the act of rehearsing.
Examples:
Dress rehearsal. Music rehearsal. The theater company had its final rehearsal before opening night.
Hermetic.
Completely sealed or airtight, often used to describe a container or space, having a mysterious or hard to understand quality, often used to describe a text or idea that is difficult to interpret or decode.
Examples:
Hermetic philosophy. Hermetic environment. The scientists used a hermetic seal to prevent air from entering the laboratory experiment.
Acoustics.
A branch of physics that deals with the study of mechanical waves in gases, liquids, and solids, including topics such as vibration, sound, ultrasound, and infrasound.
Examples:
Specialize in acoustics. The engineer of acoustics. The physicist specializes in acoustics.
Intimacy.
Close familiarity or friendship, a close, familiar, and usually affectionate or loving personal relationship with another person.
Examples:
On terms of intimacy. Build intimacy. They were looking for intimacy in their relationship and wanted to be close to each other.
Skyline.
The outline of buildings and other structures against the sky, especially when viewed from a distance.
Examples:
Skyline view. Downtown skyline. The skyline of the city was dotted with tall buildings.
Lapse.
A temporary or brief failure in judgment, action, or behavior, a gradual or slow decline, often referring to a loss of performance, quality, or attention, a period of time that has passed. Verb, to fall or slip into a particular state, often one that is undesirable or unintended.
Examples:
Lapse back into recession. Lapse in payment. I missed the deadline due to a lapse in my memory.
Changeover.
The act or process of switching or transitioning from one state, condition, or operation to another, a conversion or shift from one thing or system to another.
Examples:
Changeover process. System changeover. The changeover of the leadership brought new ideas and strategies to the company.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.